Hello viewers. Hey, today Chuck gave me a computer, and we're going to install Fedora on it. But not just any Fedora. We're going to install Fedora Alpha, Fedora version 12, the new one that's going to come out soon. Now you may be asking yourself, what is Fedora? Well, Fedora is a free operating system. It's kind of like Windows XP or Vista, except there are no restrictions. You can modify the code if you want. The source code is freely available. The full details are explained in the license that you get when you download Fedora.
Now I've got to press F2 to set up here. This is a Dell Optiplex. Okay, we go down to boot sequence. Press enter. And we're going to move this one up here. We're going to boot to CD. We move the IDE CD-ROM device to the number 1 position and escape to exit and go save changes. Now it'll boot to the CD we put in. Alright, we've booted up. Now we just press the login button and we're just going to go install to hard drive. Just click on the icon. And we're just going to click next. So and you might want to change your host name to something here. And this here, you might want to uncheck this if you've got Windows installed. We don't, so we're not going to worry about it. Give yourself a root password. And we're just going to go next. Well, we might have to run the installer again here. Actually, I'm going to show you a little trick when this happens. We go to the terminal and we're going to blank out the hard disk. Now, only do this if you're not worried about losing everything on the drive. We don't care about this drive, so we're just going to blank it out. Type in su, S-U, that goes to the super user, and go ddif equals dev0, OF equals dev HDA, BS equals 512, count equals 1. That blanks out the hard disk. Okay, we're picking up where we left off. It's creating the file system. See, we only blanked out the boot sector, and that gets rid of all the old partition information, and that usually gets around this error when installing. Okay, we've completed the install. So now all we have to do is type reboot here in the terminal, since we already have it open. And when it reboots, just remove that CD and let it boot to the hard drive for the first time. Okay, we're booting back up. And looks like we have a little bit more setup to do. We're just pressing forward. And we got to give this a username and a password. And make sure the date is correct. We're not going to bother with a profile on this one. Now, one of the first things we can do to get a fully tricked out Fedora install is to install the RPM Fusion packages. Now, these aren't normally included or distributed with Fedora because Fedora is based in the US and we're not allowed to distribute these plugins that are only available on RPM Fusion. So we go to a foreign site to download these expansions. We'll go right to the configuration page here, and we'll get the RPM Fusion for Fedora 10 and 11. Actually, we're using alpha here, so we can get that one. And this will install right from the browser. Now we can do our update. This will update all the packages, yum install gstreamer -plugins -ugly, and you'll be all set for playing your MP3 files. Okay, once everything's installed, we can go to System Administration, Add Remove Software, and we can go ahead and install some Office applications such as OpenOffice, download some games, download some graphics applications. Whatever you need is all right here in your Add Remove Software. There's one more file that we need to play DVDs, the proprietary formats of certain DVDs, and that is available at atrpms.net/dist. We can just click on Fedora 11 because Fedora 12 packages haven't been built yet. But we can install the old ones for Fedora 11 and those will work. And just go to libdvd CSS and click on it. And the ones we want, we don't have the 64-bit version of Fedora installed. We're using the 32-bit version, so we'll use the 586 versions of the RPM. We'll get the libdvd CSS2, and we'll just save those files. And we'll also get the 1.2, and not the development versions. And we can install these using RPM. RPM-IVH. And we've got some SE Linux alerts here, just ignore them. We should go ahead and set up Flash Player, and we can just go to adobe.com and do that. Just click on Get Flash Player, just like Windows, and select yum for Linux, or type in the root password and restart Firefox. Okay, now we type in yum install flash-plugin and install the plugin and start Firefox. Have to restart Firefox in order for it to work. Then you can just click on any video and it starts playing. We're trying out free tennis now, so instead of watching tennis, we can play tennis. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, have fun out there.